The third car I get to test drive this week is the Italidesign DaVinci. What colours do we have? The windows are huge on it. It's like the least private car to drive in that you could imagine, that you can see everything. And through the back, you can nearly see what setting their heating's on. Right, I'm going to have it that colour. What else is there? Grey. No, I'm going with that. This is a D-class car. Where does it sit on the garage page? Quite low, really. But I'm assuming it will just be required for something. I don't yet know how we're going to require this car. Let's try it on beach landing. I haven't looked at the metrics at all yet. I'm just going to drive the car and see what it feels like. Can I drift it? Does it wobble? Does it shudder? Do the back wheels spin out when I shockwave it? How long does the nitro last? What does it sound like? What's the top speed? 373 in the air. 290 on the ground. It's not a perfect nitro car. Whoa. It's got a playful element to it. Yeah, I like that. It's saying throw me around, but only when I want to be. Came out that corner nicely as well. Like I drifted too hard into it, but when I pulsed the nitro out, it just gripped in and took out, came out the corner. Let's try it on the other track. So what are the metrics? Top speed 280, nitro 55, amazing acceleration. That's why it's coming out the corners so well. Acceleration isn't just about the start, it's about how quickly you come out of corners after slowing down. If I look in the garage and go to D-Class, it sits below the i8 Roadster, but we all know how good the i8 Roadster is, and we all know how good the DS is. So the DS E-Tense, the i8 Roadster, this car sits in between the two of them. I haven't got any blueprints myself yet. You can see the stock stats here. I'll go back to the test car. Let's try it on another track, on this Rome track. It's a lot more playful than it looks. You see it's quite bouncy. Doesn't, I'm just seeing how it behaves. gonna hit the car. I should just be using orange nitro, I think, to come out of corners with it, pulsing it out of the corners. I want to do that lap again in this car. I think there was 118.4 that I did in it, but I started messing around before the big ramp, seeing how well it floated. But with TouchDrive, they don't like to be forced into a float, just when it's appropriate. More pulse style. When you come out a corner and pulse orange nitro, it gets really good grip. Sometimes better than a shockwave, because a shockwave can... Sorry, I spun way too early off that jump. A shockwave can spin the back tyres out and then the car oversteers and you slow down. But an orange pulse can often just push it forward. So it could be better not to have your nitro bar at full. Because if you're at full, you can't double tap and do an orange pulse. You'll do a shockwave and it will skid. Okay, 1000 Minarets, the ultimate test track. I think I said before, I called it the Nürburgring of Asphalt 9. Mainly because it's got the carousel. It reminds me of Nürburgring. But it's also just the track that keeps making you think you can do it a little bit better. It's a good practice track. This car likes it. Give me a double. No. Going to compensate for the fact I didn't get a double spin there, be a bit frugal with the nitro, get me through this section. I prefer this section to the pyramid. I think it's just simpler and I can defend either way actually. Little tap on the drift before I hit the barrel gives me a cleaner spin. I don't feel the nitro's long enough to shockwave from back there. I wanted a double spin there. Just keep it moving. Shockwave please. Drift, what do I do? Pulse it. Drift again. Wait till I'm straight. Shockwave it. Save some nitro. Into the jump. Back. Off here. Don't crash. Pulse it. Could spin, don't want to. Because I've got enough nitro to get me just to the finish line. That car quite likes that track. Right, the final track. Let's do a lap on Pudong Rise. So on Pudong Rise, I generally switch to tilt for the first corner, just because I don't like how wide TouchDrive goes. And it's nice to see how the car feels switching to tilt for the first time. Oh, how am I going to land? Save a bit of nitro because I want to pulse off there. Spin and land. You could spin off this next jump because the car's so slow as well. A D-class car like this, you've got more space to do stunts, let's say. They take up less space. This is the easiest car to drive out of the 3 new ones. But then it is a D-class car, so it should be. The acceleration again is amazing. I'm not sure when we get this car, guys, but I'll post videos when the events start. Good luck. I'm madder than you.